Bobby, do you know who these guys are?
Those look like some Gobots. It would have to be something that will look good or be look fun to play with.
I almost want to buy this. Not the Frankentron, just the upgrade set. Did you already pre-order it? Mrs. Khan, I showed her, and she's like, you have to get it. It has a cool axe and a sword, and it's a Nemesis Prime, and you collect Nemesis Primes. And I'm like, but I don't need it. And she's like, just get it.
Got an alert, and I looked real quick, and I was just like, yuck, ill, I'm out, done, not going to happen. And all I saw was the bot mode. Then after I talked to you and I saw the alt mode, and I said, this is big. Back, BVC fans. As always, I'm your guy, Bobby the Bot here.
And I am James the Con.
And we're back with another round of news. But before we jump into that, we want to thank our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, for helping us bring this content to you. We also want to give a special shout out to all of our members. If you're not part of this journey yet, please click that subscribe button. Also click that notification button so you can be aware of when we post new content. And if you're really wanting to help the channel out, you can definitely become one of the members like the ones that have already started. So with that, James, anything you want to add?
Just a thank you to everybody that's subscribed, and an extra special thank you to the Chosen Prime and our members. But let's get into the news. There's been a lot of leaks that I think will be interesting to go over, and I want to know what you have to say about those. But let's just get into it first with some TFCon news. So Tyler B is going to be there at TFCon. I swear, whenever we're on camera, I cannot pronounce nothing. So I'm just going to say B. So, yeah, I think it's cool that they're having even more comic people. I've never heard of Transformers Galaxy's Constructicons Rising, but that name makes me curious.
I like the way that Devastator looks, actually. So
yeah, I mean, and that name is kind of interesting. So maybe I'll check it out. What? No. Transformers Galaxy's Constructicons Rising. That went right over my head.
Clearly.
All right. Well, let us know if you guys have read that comic or you're going to now, and what you think of it. So let's move on to the leaks. So there's been a lot of info that has come out with listings and stuff. So let's start off with some fan channel exclusive. Now, Bobby, do you know who these guys are?
Those look like some Gobots.
You are correct. So it's Treads, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot. And I guess they're going to be a fans channel exclusive. I'm assuming it's going to be Warpath, Cosmos, and Gears. I know it's Warpath. I know it's Cosmos. The last one, I'm assuming, is Gears, but maybe they'll choose a better mold. Because
I thought Smallfoot was a rig. Anyway, I could be wrong, but
I don't know. When I looked up the Transformer version of these characters, it looked like Gears. I could be wrong. So,
okay.
But what do you think about this 3-pack?
I think I had 2 Gobots as a kid. I don't know. I'm unsure. They would have to definitely look a lot better than. I don't know.
Well, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I don't have any of those molds because I don't want the Autobot versions. But you give me Gobots versions, and I'll suck them up. So this is probably going to be bot.
Until you see the price tag, it's going to probably be like $75 or something like that.
True, but I want a Pathfinder. I like blue and black Cosmos. I think it looks really nice. But they're going to be like, oh, you like this? Okay, well now we're gonna put yellow highlights throughout it, just as a fu to James in particular.
Yeah. I'll have to see when it comes out. I do like the colors, but yeah, I'll have to see.
Yeah. Time will tell. So, all of you Autobots out there might want to avert your eyes for this next slide. If you're like me, you will revel in it. And that is Target has a Generation Studio Series Voyager Ratchet and Brawn Battle Damaged. So I'm assuming it's going to be along the same lines as Ironhide and Prowl. And then they're going to be doing Optimus Prime and Bullseye, which we already knew about. But it's going to be an Earthrise trailer, or the Laser Optimus cab with the Earthrise trailer in a Target themed deco, and Bullseye is going to be a repaint of the Micromaster Ravage. I don't even remember Micromaster Ravage.
I don't either.
Do they mean the one that came out that's like the cassette? I don't know. I'm out on both of these, and I'm surprised they didn't pass up on the Studio Series Ratchet and Brawn, because they passed up on the Hound because of low sales. But I saw, you saw this 2-pack, the Battle Damage 2-pack, go for like 75% off.
I'm literally, that's what I'm waiting on. Even though I must admit, if they use the Brawn mold was a good mold. I did like the Brawn. I think that was actually one of my figures of the year. And I actually have the Ratchet, which it's actually right here. That, you know, I actually added some stickers to, but it's pretty good as well. So I'm hoping they do a little bit more with the accessories to make it worth it, because that was my complaint about the Prowl and Ironhide was, you know, it wasn't the orange eyes or wasn't any smoke effects or anything like that. Like, looking at this picture right here, these are the effects I want, you know.
Yeah.
This is how I want it to. I want to be able to, you know, torment myself with being able to recreate this on a shelf. So if it's just the normal, you know, basic accessories that they did with the first 2-pack, then I'll probably definitely wait on the 75%.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick it up regardless, but I do think you should pick up that Target Prime to go on your Optimus Prime shelf.
We'll see.
You already got 7-Eleven Prime. Might as well put a Target Prime up there as well.
I probably will get the Target Prime, though. I can't lie.
I'll buy the Bullseye from you. How's that sound? Let's move on to Walmart, and there were some interesting things. So first we got Retro, Bombshell, and Ramhorn. But they said Bombshell and Ramhorn, which I find weird. I don't know if they're separate or not. And then it says Retro Optimus Prime. Will this be the release of the Hybrid Prime for the US market? That's the picture, the figure I have. Again, I made these slides together. So don't assume that's what it is by looking at this if you're watching this. But that's where my mind jumped, is that's what they're doing. Because didn't they just come out with a Prime? A G1 Prime? Or am I thinking of Rodimus?
You're thinking of Rodimus. They came out with a G1 Prime, which was the cab alone, and that was, you know, maybe.
Yes, this one did specify that the trailer is included in this one.
So okay, so that's, yeah, because the last release they did, it was just the cab alone. And then they released Hot Rod.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I got them all mixed up.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us and you'll see the hybrid one and you'll have to buy 4 of them so you have all the different variants. And then the last thing is the Star Seekers, which is going to be, I think, their line. What do they have? Velocitron and Toxitron. So it's going to be the Star Seekers and the Deluxe Road Pig, which is right here. And you know Road Pig very well. He's been in a lot of cartoon episodes, right, Bobby? So he's a retool of Crash Bar, which makes me skip it immediately. I did not like that mold. Unless they do something crazy to it, I will not be picking that up. Unless it's at Ross for $7.99. Then I'll pick it up.
I was literally going to say the same thing. And the crazy thing is, I mean, the Ross and I haven't been to
discounts.
Ollie's. I haven't been to Ollie's or any of those places recently. I did go to, excuse me, I went to Ross recently. I haven't been to the other places, but it's drying up. Like, I didn't see any Transformers at all. So I think
That's how
really,
it's
really
been for the past few years until like the last 6 months.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we get another wave like that. That was awesome. But I don't know. If I see these in the store, I may grab them. But I just bought a ram horn not too long ago. I don't think I need another set of Insecticons, but who knows?
Yeah, it really for I'm not getting any of those, but for Road Pig, it really depends on the deco, because they could do something really cool with it, and I want the whole line, but I don't think it's going to be like Toxitron, where I was like, I need all of these.
Yeah.
So,
and
we'll
actually,
see.
I take that back. I am going to get the Bombshell because I did get the new packaging.
Get Shrapnel.
Yeah, I have.
Right?
Well, I have Shrapnel and Kickback.
Yeah, I knew you were going to get that, and then they're going to package them
Bombshell
together just to torment you.
Yeah, so I do need that last one with the movie deco. So yeah, I will be getting that.
All right, well, let's keep it moving. And we've got Amazon. So they're doing the Mayhem Attack Squad, which will be a total of 7 figures. We don't know 5 of them, but the first 2 are going to be Bludgeon and Deluxe Ruckus. So I wouldn't mind a Ruckus. I like Bludgeon, but I already have the other one, and I don't like it too much. I like it with the upgrade sets. But, I always see him as bigger than he is. But if we get an Octo Punch, that would be amazing. I think that's a really cool design. Even if it's not a very Transformer-y design, I like it. So I know you'll probably be skipping out on all of these unless they pull out someone crazy that you really like the deco of.
Yeah, it's going to have to be, because character-wise, I could care less. It would have to be something that will look good or be, look fun to play with.
Yeah. So
otherwise,
time will tell with Amazon, and I don't think I have a slide for this last one. So I'm gonna just talk about it, and that's the Leader Soundwave. It's a repaint of Earthrise Soundwave. It says repaint of the Earthwave Soundwave tooling. So it's gonna come with 2 cassettes and the Earthrise Soundwave, and it's just gonna be $50-$60.
I don't know. I'm not going to say no, because again, if I see it, I might get it. I just got the 40-year anniversary Soundwave, so it's almost like I don't want to buy like 5 Soundwaves.
You already have the Walmart exclusive, right?
Right. So
then why do you need this one? That one was only $40 when it came out.
Yeah,
so
and that's the problem.
How many cassettes is this going to come with?
And not only that, what cassettes is it going to come with? I mean, are we going to change it up? Is it going to be something different? So then it makes me feel like I have to buy it. But if it's the standard Laserbeak, Ravage, something like that, and it's like, okay.
I think that's exactly what it's going to be. It's
and
going
it probably
be Laserbeak
is.
and Ravage, and then it maybe I don't even think they're going to do Rumble and Frenzy, because they did the solo packs.
Right. So again, unless the packaging is amazing or something like that.
I mean, yeah, no. So time will tell, but like I've said before, enjoy your $60 Voyagers. Literally this time, literally. All right, let's go into another thing that I know you love. So this is the Bumblebee movie, Sunstreaker. What do you think about this, Bobby?
So I actually had to make some edits in the comments when I first saw this, because and I talked to you about it, because I thought this was the Sunstreaker that they were going to try to put in that 5-pack. And I was at work, and I was, kind of got an alert, and I looked real quick, and I was just like, yuck, ill, I'm out, done, not going to happen. And all I saw was the bot mode. Then after I talked to you and I saw the alt mode, and I said, this is very yuck, ill, I'm out, not gonna happen. So not a fan at all.
Yeah. Don't put it past Hasbro to do a Battle Across Time thing, and they're gonna put this in with the other ones. And this is like an exclusive repaint. But about this figure itself, it looks like a Cyberverse figure. It does not look like a Studio Series figure. The hands, I cannot believe how small this thing is with those big old 5mm pegs. This thing's going to be tiny. The alt mode, to me, as a Cybertronian mode, looks way too much like a Lambo. Personally, I mean, it's supposed to be a space thing. I mean, that's one thing I will give it credit to with the Wheeljack and the Jazz and the Bumblebee. While I might not like those figures' bot modes, their alt modes look spacey and they're good enough for me. This one just looks like a car.
I love the wheels though.
Those are very cool. The unique, yes. It looks like a hover car type of thing. Mm-hmm. But like, it's too much yellow with no separation. And why does he have giant shoulder pads? I don't even think there was concept art of Sunstreaker. They could have done anything they wanted, and they did this. The proportions look good. I will give it to them. And the head is also good, which I've been saying forever. The head sculpts that Hasbro has been producing have been top-notch, whether or not they're your aesthetic or not. But everything else is just so subpar.
I can't get down with it. Maybe in person it'll look better, but it just, I don't know. It's just, and I love Sunstreaker, you know, so that's kind of the other thing where I'm like, this doesn't do it for me. Like, this doesn't get me excited to say that's Sunstreaker. If it was somebody else, I might have been like, oh, okay, you know. And when I mean somebody else, like if they just made up another character or whatever. But seeing this as Sunstreaker, I'm just like,
And maybe that's where I'm coming from too. I feel like that yellow plastic looks cheap. And maybe because they use so much of it, I think when we were talking, I said it looked like a dollar store knockoff.
Yeah.
Because that's what it reminds me of. Because you know how those are all one color. And that's what I see when I look at this. And yes, I know there's other colors, but I will also give it credit. I like the burnt orange in there, and I like the blue on the headlights. So it's not like all one color, but it's overwhelmingly yellow. Like the feet should have been black, maybe the hands black, the biceps black to break it up a little bit.
I think they tried to use that burnt orange to do that, but I like the blue and the black on the headlights. I also don't like the kibble on the arms.
That's horrible. Yeah.
That looks really bad. I mean, if it tucked in the back, maybe, you know, because I mean, again, there's gonna probably be kibble, but it looks like it doesn't fold in tightly, and it's just like on his forearm, so it just looks like it's hanging off.
Yeah, if this is a Studio Series figure, they have really fallen compared to the 86 line, the old movie figures, you know, the Bayverse figures. I think some of those look amazing. I might not enjoy their aesthetics, but I can objectively say they look great. And this isn't doing for me. And I think it started with the Gamerverse figures, honestly. Yeah, it's not my cup of Energon, for sure. It's a cup of oil that I don't want.
I spilled my cup of Energon. That's what this is.
Let's keep it going. Supposedly, there's an MPM Brawl. This is via Gold Prime of TFW. I love all the guns on the top, but I know that's just because there's nowhere else to put them. But I won't be picking this up. But I'm very happy to everybody that loves that first Bayverse movie and that they can have Brawl in their collection. Hopefully, it's better than the KOs that have come out, because the KOs have been pretty good for Brawl, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I like the guns on top as well.
Okay,
that's about it.
Hey, it's a cool tank. I mean, I think it'd be cool as Brawl if it transformed into something that resembled Brawl and not what we think of as Brawl. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So let's keep it going with just announced. So that's all of the leaks. That was quite a doozy. But let's talk about some comics. And we've got Skybound's Transformers comic 4-page preview. So I didn't put the 4 pages in for spoilers or whatnot. But this all has me very interested. I was going to read the first comic before we did this, but I ran out of time. I like the modularity of Prime putting on Megatron's arm. I think that's kind of cool. I don't even know if he does it in the comic. Who knows? But I think that looks cool. That's a cool visual.
I went and picked up some comics, but I didn't get to start reading yet. So I think I might be able to do that tomorrow, actually. Or maybe I'll start tonight.
Yeah, maybe I'll start tonight too. But the covers are great as always. I did see a few scenes of it, and I just want to say this is the worst version of Starscream I've ever seen because it makes me hate him. I'm not going to say what he does, but I saw a screen cap of a specific scene with a character that I really like, and I don't like this Starscream. But that's good. They wrote an evil Starscream, so kudos to you.
Yeah, I when I was at the comic book store, I actually talked to the owner for a while actually, and he kind of let me know about how the G.I. Joe is having their timeline and Transformers is having their timeline, and then they're actually going to merge.
They already have. There's Duke, I think, is in this comic itself.
Right. So he was kind of telling me about that, and I was like, oh, okay, because they're coming out, I guess, with Duke, and they're coming out with a Cobra Commander series as well, and then all of them are going to kind of tie in together, is what he was saying. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's too much.
Well, time will tell. But it looks nice. Let us know if you're liking the comics below. We've had a lot of comments saying they do, and they want us to read them. So maybe we'll do a comic review, a very late comic review.
Late to the party, definitely.
Yeah. Let's keep it going with, I don't think this is a product, but Printformers showed off their Marvel Blaster head. I really liked it because this is how I see Blaster. I don't see him as the G1 show. I see him as this, maybe with a silver face. But this looks really nice. And I think this is Fans Toys Blaster.
I was going to say Deformation Space, but I can't remember.
Might be Deformation Space. I don't know the difference. I would totally get this head if it was out there.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this face. It looks like, he's more of it's like a gladiator helmet, I think, on him. It's okay. I don't think I would get it and put on mine. Honestly.
Yeah, I get you. It's just more unique, which is why I like it.
Yeah. They did good with the color matching though from this.
Yeah, he said they said the color matching actually came out really well. So we'll see. You'll have to get it for your collection and let me know. Next is all for you, Bobby, and that is this upgrade set for the Frankenstein or Frankentron. And I can say I almost want to buy this. Not the Frankentron, just the upgrade set. Because that hand turns into a thing from the Addams Family, if you see at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I just want that. I don't care about... I'll give you the rest of it. I just want a robotic thing to put somewhere. That's so cool and smart.
And I know how much you hate the hands on this figure, and I started thinking about it because I still have an open mind, but he's actually... The hands are in that position because that's how Frankenstein, when he walks...
I don't care.
But so I get it.
I get it. But you could have made it wrist swivels. You could have done something.
That's true.
We've talked about that. I don't know if you remember. We talked about that on our show, that's what it was for. But you can only have him in that pose. He can never have a normal pose.
Well, I'm surprised that they haven't come out with an upgrade kit that gives him swivel hands.
Yeah. Who knows? But maybe they do and we don't know about it. There's a lot of them on eBay.
There are so many kits. And somebody actually asked us about the kits. So, Sean, if you're going to pick this up, let us know. I still like this figure. Looking at it here, I love the colors on it. So I'm actually happy I did pick it up, even if I haven't opened it yet.
This was another one of the reasons why they're going to start making you pay $35 for deluxes.
No. I had discounts and stuff like that, so it was in credits and stuff. So
it's good for you, but that's not normal. So
yeah,
for the normal man. So get you that Bumblebee Sunstreaker, $35. Let's keep it going. With the Golden Storm H3G Golden Police by New Age. It's limited. You can follow on Weibo for more information. They're doing the thing where if you share it with 3 people, you can get in a raffle to get it. And it looks nice. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Your voice fluctuation there did not say.
It's not my cup of energon. Not only is it Legends, which isn't for me, but I do think this mold looks nice. I'm not into the all gold figures. I've never have been. Unless it's a lucky draw that you put on a shelf and that's it. But this doesn't even look like it's chrome. It just looks like it's painted.
Honestly, I do have a couple of gold figures, and it was because of, supposedly the rarity of it or so. And I'm with you. Unless it's, Golden Lagoon, from the Golden Lagoon episode, I mean, I'm sorry, not all these characters were there, so that's what always throws me off. And I remember when I first started seeing the characters, I was just like, were they in that episode? And I went back and watched it, and I was just like, no. So in essence, that throws me off. I'm with you on the Legends scale for this. This is one of those characters that I would not have gotten into Legends because I knew they were going to do like 85 different repaints, and I just don't love the character enough to do that. So this will be an easy pass.
Yeah, but it looks nice.
It does look good though.
Gold figures and Legends figures. I think this is perfect for that.
Yeah, it does look good.
So this next one, I think it might just be a prototype, but I still wanted to talk about it. And it's this clear nuclear blast figure. I don't know, but I don't buy clear figures, but I would be interested in picking this one up just because this is probably one of my favorite molds of all time. I've had a version of this mold for almost a decade at this point, and it still is on my top list when they re-release it. So yeah.
One, I'm surprised. I'm actually 50-50. I know how much you love this mold. I also know how much you hate transparent figures or translucent.
I don't hate them. They're just not for me. Just like the gold one, this couldn't be anybody in my collection. Does that make sense? I couldn't make a thing, a headcanon for him.
So yes, I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up.
This could just be a prototype. There was no information. It said the nuclear blast family or something like that.
Well, I mean, if this is what it is, let's say this. Let's go with just the picture. If this is what it is, I have the others. I don't know if I'd pick this one up.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But it would be for a little bit of nostalgia for me to pick this up. It would be like a TFCon exclusive. I would pick it up even if I don't really like it because I bought it at TFCon type of thing.
If you threw it out like that, then more than likely I would probably pick it up because it was an exclusive. But if this was like just a general release, I don't know if I get it. And as I say that, I'd be like, let me see how much this is going to be and where's my pre-order at.
Exactly. You'd be like, let me put a pre-order in just in case and then forget about it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on to some updates. So this next one's technically a leak, but we had so many leaks I put it in updates because it's an update to a leak. And that's this Trailbreaker. It still does nothing for me. I still think the original one looks better. Sans, they didn't paint the back windows.
I don't like it. Again, we talked about how ashy it looks. It looks faded. That's what it looks like. The black has been faded. It's been in the sun too long and it faded. So yeah, I'm good. I will be passing on this one.
I thought you were getting the 5-pack.
I think I'm passing on it.
Wow, you don't even want Hound.
I think I'm gonna pass on it.
Unless the other 3 figures wow you.
I mean, and they have to wow me. Like, they really have to wow me. But I think I have a feeling the cost is going to be something absurd, and it's not like some of the other 4-packs, for instance. you've been a victim of it more so than me, but you're you may want one of the four figures in there.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then the price is $80 or something like that. And so I can only imagine that a 5-pack is going to be $100, if not more.
Yeah, because the 4-packs are like 75, I think.
Yeah, 75 to 79. So so I think it's going to probably be $100, and I don't like looking at this. I don't like this enough to say, all right, if each figure is $20, I'm paying $100. Are the other four figures going to be worth 25 to me to make up for this? And I just don't know.
I think Hound would be, but I don't know about the rest of them. I did want to comment on the Trailbreaker mold really quick. Hasbro needs to figure out if they want to do mushroom pegs or pinned wheels. I cannot stand these figures with one of each and one in the front and one in the back.
Yeah.
If they're both mushroom pegs, okay, whatever, we can move past it. But having one of each just looks messy.
It does. It just...
Unless, like, let's say one was a giant wheel. You know what I mean? And one was a tiny wheel and it was like a rod racer thing. Okay, whatever. But these are supposed to be the same wheels on the same truck.
Yeah. I can't. I just can't. These are the things that are pushing me out. And I'll be honest with you. I think that this is what's pushing me out. Before I got into third party, I'll be honest, I probably would have bought this because I didn't know that there was anything better. And now that I've, I started dabbling and then just jumped headfirst into third party, I just start looking at how much these figures cost and how much is missing out of it. And knowing that I'm going to have to buy an aftermarket kit or a third party kit to make it look halfway decent. And then it just pushes it up to the price of something that, like I said, I'll buy a Legends figure before, for this, close to the same price.
Yeah, and it's usually better quality. So,
and
let's move on. Well, I think at that point it's past dabbling. But let's move on to another Hasbro figure, and we've got Bumblebee movie Shockwave. So, did you say that's me?
Yep.
Oh, it was me until they decided not to give it bicep swivels, a basic articulation point. Yeah, I'm so out on this because of that. That one thing can ruin your whole perception of the figure. I think it looks great. I'm very happy to everybody that wants one, but I am out because Hasbro refuses to give us the articulation that is basic, if you ask me. That's like if they released a Marvel Legends figure nowadays with no bicep swivel. They would be ridiculed, but there's still people defending this, so I'm out.
Yeah, we can. I like the hose that goes to the gun. There we go.
Good. Well, go ahead and pick it up for that hose. I'm sure it's 5mm pegs. You can unpeg it and put it on somebody else. There you go, Bobby. You're going to be picking it up.
Not at all.
Next, we've got DX9 Mini Murphy. So you said you wanted to see the colored pictures of this. So what do you think?
It looks a lot better. It looks a lot better in bot mode than it does in alt mode. It looks a lot better painted than what I saw. It does look like he's shrugging his shoulders like this though. He looks like, he's very tense. I'm like, fart, man. Just, get it out. Just, and then the second picture, he looks like, okay, I just let it out. And, I feel good now, but I won't be picking this up. I still don't like it enough to pick it up. I don't even know if I like it, but I don't like it enough to pick it up.
I could definitely tell you I don't like this. The proportions are all wonky to me. I don't know what it is, because I'm like, okay, the hands seem to hit where they should on a human proportion, like on the thigh, but like something about it's all wrong. So I don't like this, but I'm very happy to anybody that wants a Legend size Chrome Dome that you could go ahead and pick this up.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy they're back. They're like, let's honestly, please go out and support this figure. Buy it so they have more money to do some of the other figures that they haven't done or that they were trying to release. So I'm all for it. Next,
keeping in the Legends line, we have those Beast Wars, Optimus, and Megatron. And again, they look great. They just you know, if they were MP sized, I'd get the Megatron, but I wouldn't get that Optimus because I have the Generation toy Optimus. But you know, they look good for what they are, and I can see this being very, very appealing to another set of Legends collectors.
Yeah, these look good. Actually, they do look good. I'm not picking them up again, being Legends, being Beast Wars. If it was one or the other, maybe, but I think I've hit my fill of Beast Wars, Megatron, and Primal. But they do look good, and I know there's probably some people out there, especially the Legends collectors out there, that are excited about this. I'm sure there's people that are the Beast Wars collectors that are really excited about this. So I'm glad for those who want to get this, that they have the option to get this now.
Yeah. I think I can't say it any better. I think these look great. I really like the different colors of purple on that Megatron. With like the thighs, it's kind of a pinky, but... All right, moving on to the other direction. Well, I guess not huge. First, let's talk about it small. So here's the Alpha Trion with Seed. I don't think we've seen this up close yet. These are via a Baidu user, and that Alpha Trion is looking pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I hear them. Get the toy. That toy's for you. I like the Alpha Trion. I say like, I don't love it. I like it. I do. I don't know what it is that he's missing on his head. It's something that's missing, and I can't put my finger on it.
It's all silver, isn't he supposed to have like a blue head or something like that?
It's something, and I want to actually go look at my Alpha Trion on my shelf now, but it's something missing. I can't figure out what it is right now, but it's something with his head that's missing. But anyway, I do like it. It's, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it becomes a head. So
I think the backpack that he has is a face.
Yeah, so I do like this difference in him. I'm all in for this figure.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I just want Cybertron colors. Transformers Cybertron colors. Because that's very confusing. It's just saying Cybertron colors with this figure. Yeah, but I think it looks great, and I think it'll look great in your collection.
Yeah, I love all the details, and I didn't know if we were going to go into that, but like on the previous picture, the details on his arm, you can see like, you know, what looks like the buildings and stuff. So I'm loving this. And then it looks like he's sitting on top of a space bridge. So yeah, I'm all in for this. So much so that I actually paid my pre-order a couple of days ago. So
there you go. So I'll be excited to see this in your collection. But let's keep it going on with something else I think you're going to have to pre-order that's not on your radar. Pre-orders have popped back up for this. You could find it on the Chosen Prime and elsewhere. I think you need to get it. Did you already pre-order it?
It's up on my phone. And I just haven't hit the button. I left my wallet down here, and I was like, how do I want to pay for this? And so I am going to get it. Yeah, I'm going to pick this up.
I knew you would. I think this will look great with that.
Well, it's in my January haul, so that's why I did. That's why it came in January.
You got that in January?
Yeah. So.
Oh, I thought it was December. Huh?
No, it was first thing I got in January. So, yeah, it was. I already knew what you were gonna say. So, you know, for those who don't know, stay tuned because you'll see it in my January haul video.
Yes. Yeah. I think this looks great to begin with. I just don't need it. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I want. I don't know why they're coming out with these colors. If they came out with God Neptune colors, I would have pre-ordered. Yeah, I would have white and blue and gold. I would have pre-ordered that already.
Did they make it in those colors?
They showed off a prototype of one of them. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the shark one. Okay. And that was it. It's been silenced since. I think they're doing this just to get some money, because maybe they'll do that and then they'll be able to make Abominus.
They got to finish Hunger. That's the last one.
Well, we'll see. Maybe you might have to go get that Like Toys thing. And this is actually estimated to be released this month.
I know.
So time will tell.
Yeah.
If you can hear a slight scream anytime in the next few weeks, that's Bobby's wallet screaming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. January has been crazy.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into some incoming figures. So you already said you got this, so I guess I put this in the wrong place, but we've got the 40th Retro Soundwave.
Yeah.
I hate it. I think the original one looks so much better with all that detail and stuff. I get it's supposed to be tune accurate, but it loses all of its charm.
It does. It's very, very clean looking. I thought I had it over here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. So my life story. It comes packaged, of course, in the alt mode, and I just looked at the box, literally opened the packaging that the shipping package it came in, and it was just like, oh, this looks cool, and I put it down, and I thought I brought it
and you
in
lost
here,
it.
And I don't know where it's at from there. So I've only looked at it once. I didn't plan on opening it, so it's gonna stay where it's at, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think this loses all of its charm for being a G1 figure. I get it, it's tune accurate, whatever, but it's so, like you said, my cup of Energon already spilled on this. The cassettes look fine, but without the chrome, they look very bland. And maybe that's because we're used to seeing them with chrome.
That's what I think it is. I think we're used to seeing them with chrome, and we're not getting it now. I do think the Laserbeak looks a little bit better.
I like the craziness, but I can see where you like that.
Yeah.
The Laserbeak does look better than the Ravage. And then here he is with Blaster. Blaster still retained the G1 characteristics, I feel, of the toy, but all of them are gone from this Soundwave. I don't know. Maybe that's just my messed up head.
Well, yeah, I do have the Blaster over here as well. And it still throws me, because of how Hasbro was buying up other companies' figures, just their size, their size difference. It always made me laugh how big Blaster was in comparison to Soundwave.
It doesn't make much sense.
But I again, in the packaging, they both look good in the packaging in their alt modes. So
yeah, I don't doubt that one bit. All right, next we've got Pengu Toys PT-01 Commander. I know you probably paid this off as well, and are waiting for it to get to you. Yeah. And they did say in a video there will be different recolors, and so expect those, Bobby. And a trailer. They're going to be dropping a trailer for this as well.
I mean, I already knew that they were going to do different colors. It's just how many colors they're going to come out with.
And you got to get all of them.
I know. I'm hoping I like it. If I like it, then we're good to go. And more so for the ones that I might be missing on my shelf. But we'll see. Because again, the Omega, it didn't have the tight ratchets that I like in comparison to the New Age Omega. So that will make a determining factor as well.
Yeah. So I think it looks good though.
It does.
So we are running short on time, so let's try to get through these next few kind of fast. And the first one is Collection Space Mecha Bee. Are you picking this up?
I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I'm so out. I don't like it. But if they do a glyph repaint, maybe.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I don't know. I might. Don't be surprised.
I was gonna say if he says he might, that means he is. This one I know you're on. This is X-Transbot Speed. I guess it left the factory yesterday. So you should be getting it soon. Let me know how it is so I could get the toy deco if that comes out.
Yeah.
Even though I saw the transformation and it doesn't look fun. So I might be out. But
it didn't look bad to me. But yeah, I love how you can open the doors and the seats and the steering wheel. That's really cool. So yes. Come to me.
So I might pick it up if they do the toy colors. And I swear I'm blaming you if it has poor QC issues. And lastly, we've got Fans Hobbies MB24A Dark Strike. This thing should be coming out soon. I know you cannot wait to put it in that combined jet mode. That is your favorite mode. But it looks good. I forgot to pre-order it again. So
These colors look better together.
They do. And that's why I'm picking up these colors versus the other one. That red throws off this whole figure, if you ask me.
The combined mode and the other ones doesn't look good at all. This one, it actually looks good, and these colors, at least they match a little bit better. But yeah, I can't remember if it's already on its way or not, but it is paid for.
Good. All right. Lastly, let's get into what's recently released. The first thing is Fans Hobbies Master Builder MB08A Double Evil. I think I'm just twisting the knife in your gut every time with each one of these. And this looks really good. It is tempting, I will say. I'm not going to lie. But that gun looks like a little pea shooter in his hand there.
I don't hold me to this, but I think it extends. I can't remember.
Okay.
I haven't looked at my figure in a minute. But I did get the notification for this today.
Yeah, I just love the power drivers, so I kind of want to get all of them, but and this one comes with 4, but the price tag is kind of making me not want this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pay it when we get off of here.
Yep, that sounds about right. Next, we've got Fans Toys Inquisitor, and you can pick this up. It is in stock right now at the Chosen Prime. So, it looks great. I don't have anything to say except what next to Cyclonus. Why are their thighs so different? Scourge looks like he has really cool anime thighs, and Cyclonus has like rectangles. Was it like that in the show? Or
from what I remember, it wasn't much details around the thighs. I also wasn't really looking at their thighs like that.
Well, I don't know why, but that's the first thing I saw on Scourge. I'm like, those look sick. And then I looked at Cyclonus, and I'm like, oh, you look like a Lego. So
no, now that I'm looking at the detail and the colors and the shapes on it, it does look cool. I saw the transformation of this. I saw a video of this, and this didn't look fun.
I did not see that. I will have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm in for it.
Really? How hard is it to cover them up?
They did some stuff on this. So
okay, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, it didn't look fun to me. I do have the X Transbots, the 4-pack that they came out with. And so I think this is going to be my official Scourge, and the other ones will just be the sweeps.
That makes sense. I mean, this is probably going to look the best out of all of them.
Yeah. And the feet probably aren't that bad, like on the X Transbots one. Even though my feet weren't bad, but there was a lot of complaints about the feet.
So I think this next one actually came out a while ago, but it snuck under my radar, and that is Gear Factory's Wander Warrior. So if you guys like the Prime Wheeljack, go ahead and pick it up. If they do Dead End in the crazy neon green, orange, and yellow repaint, I will pick that up because I love that figure. But I'm not going to pick this one up, but it looks nice.
I'm out on this. We talked about it when it was first, mentioned or whatever. And I think we were both out on it, but it's good to see you were be in for a repaint, but I'm out on it.
I'm pretty sure I said that last time too.
You might have.
And I just realized this does not have bicep swivels as well. But the reason why I'm okay with it before somebody comments is because this mold is from 2011.
Makes sense.
And that's more than a decade ago. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's not a brand new figure. And I think this is probably going to be cheaper. I think, yeah, it is cheaper than a Hasbro Voyager. So, yeah, take that as you see it. Are you going to be picking up the Springer?
I'm not. I already have it. And I can tell you, I literally got this Springer maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit longer than a year ago. And I got a KO. And I realized just how terrible this figure is. And it is what it is. But yeah, I wasn't happy with it at all.
Yeah. It looks fine. I'd love to mess with one, so bring yours to TFCon. I don't want to buy one though. I'd like to feel it, transform it. But all right, on to the last thing, and that is Masterminds Creations R48 NP reformatted Nox Promenon. Goodness gracious. This is on its way to you as well, isn't it?
It is. It is.
What are your thoughts?
I love these poses that it's in. I love that sword, and I love the axe. I know you've talked about this mold before, and I was out on it for a long time. I didn't like the alt mode. The bot mode was just whatever. But I think I've been leaning towards Cybertronian vehicles more, and this did it for me. So I'm looking forward to getting it in hand.
Yes. So I was out on this, but I think I'm going to be picking it up now. These pictures, again, really sold it. And then, Mrs. Khan, I showed her, and she's like, you have to get it. It has a cool axe and a sword, and it's a Nemesis Prime, and you collect Nemesis Primes. And I'm like, but I don't need it. And she's like, just get it. So I probably will be picking this up when it's in stock at the Chosen Prime. So, yeah. I think it looks great. I always thought it looked great. I just already have this mold in a Nemesis Prime color scheme.
Yeah, well, I was in for it. I'm happy to be getting it, and I'm not sure when it will be here, but it should be here, sometime soon, I'm hoping.
All right. Well, that's everything we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed all the news. And Bobby, why don't you give them one last rundown of what they should do?
Oh, well, first off, please subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. Please like the video. Click that notification button just in case, so you can make sure that you're aware of any new posts that we come up with. Please share the video as well. Sharing is caring, right? It really does help us out as well. If you're interested in becoming a member, we have several tiers to choose from with some cool perks that go along with it. And we will be doing a live show. And actually, we'll be posting the date as well this weekend, so we can make sure that everyone can put it on their calendars to join us for that. And then, did I miss anything? Oh, please comment. We love talking to you in the comments. So make sure if we got something wrong, got something right, if you agree with us, you don't agree with us, you agree with James and not me, even though I'm always right. Okay, maybe not, but we love the banter and the debate. So that's what this show's all about. So let your voice be heard.
Yes. So thank you again to our members, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
As always, till all debates are won.